What's up, guys? We're back. Hopefully you enjoyed the last week's video. This week is going to be on hair, and I will be teaching you on how I get all my hair, all my natural curly hair, into a nicely ponytail, but also making sure that my ponytail has some length, because we all hate when we do a ponytail and then we have all that shrinkage and we're like, this ponytail looks so sad, I need extensions. No, not really. It's all on how you put the ponytail together. Woohoo! Look at all that shine. Yes, sleek ponytail come true. In today's video, I'll show you all the tricks and hacks that I know, and hopefully that will help you. So if this is something that interests you, make sure you stay tuned, you get focused. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can get your weekly notifications. And also make sure you please share, and give me a thumbs up, all right? So let's go ahead and get focused, and let's see what tips and tricks I have for you this week, all right? The first thing is you want to go ahead and work on old hair. Like this hairstyle or my wash and go was done probably like 5 days ago. And as you can see, a lot of my curls have been stretched out. It's kind of turning frizzy. So instead of me having to go and wash it, I'm just going to extend this look out by doing the sleek ponytail, all right? So because it's dry hair, I like to go ahead and take a leave-in treatment, apply it to my hair. Make sure just because it's dry that you kind of, after you apply your leave-in conditioner, you want to go through and wet the hair a little bit, just so you can work through your hair. So it doesn't matter which order you do, if you do the leave-in first or if you spray the hair, it really doesn't matter as long as you're putting a leave-in in and wetting the hair down. So I applied my leave-in first, and then I'm going to decide where I want to do my part before I wet the hair, all right? So normally I do a middle part, but because I feel like a lot of people like to do side parts, I'm going to give you guys a side part today. So I'm going to go ahead and take my comb, put my part in. When you do your part, you want to make sure that's really straight, because this is what's going to really stand out for your ponytail. So I have me a straight part. I'm then going to go ahead, like I always say, you always want to work in sections whenever you're doing anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 sections, all right? If you have a lot of hair and it's very thick, you definitely want to work in smaller sections. If it's a little bit on the finer side, then you can use bigger sections, all right? So I'm going to actually do 3 sections. I'm going to split it, one behind my ear. Then I'm going to split this in half. Like that, just because we're doing a side part. If I was doing a middle part, then I would just kind of do 2 sections. All right. So now that that's split, I'm going to go ahead and dampen my hair. You want to make sure your hair is a little damp, because you actually will be able to move through the hair a lot easier. I like to take my comb, a smaller comb, just to kind of tangle the knots at the root. Do the same thing here. Wet my hair. Detangle the knots at the root. If it's very knotty, then you will want to take a big comb. But you just kind of want to work those knots down. All right. Once you got that broken down, you're then going to take the gel of your choice, or the cream of your choice. I'm actually using a cream today, just because my hair can be molded down with anything. If you have super thick curly hair and like 4C, I suggest you use a gel. I just like to kind of get a lot of product in there. And remember, just because it's on drier hair, you just want to make sure when you're applying your product, you're actually working it into the hair until it dissolves. All right. Once you do that, you then want to take a stiff boar bristle brush and kind of brush that product down. So you just want to make sure you work that product in. This bristle brush hurts so bad. Try not to make that face of like, ooh, that hurts. But you need a stiff boar bristle brush to brush those curls out. All right, and you just kind of want to mold your hair to how you want your swoop. And I'm just like literally brushing out the curl, right? So I'm just brushing that down. And some people like to leave out a curl on the side. So before you push all that hair back, I forgot to tell you, take out your curl for the side. Take your gel. And kind of just apply that to that one little curl. You can either define it with your fingers, like that. Twisting it around. Like that. Excuse my nails, I did some color and it got all over my hands. But eventually that would kind of like pick up, the curl will pick up. Oops. Alright, so then I'm just gonna make sure that stays out the way. Brush this down. You kind of want to move quickly depending on your product, because even though this is a cream, this dries pretty fast. So then I'm going to do my other side, wet it down. If it's easier for you to wet the whole head down after you applied your leave-in conditioner, then do that, or you can work in sections, whatever's easiest for you. And I take my cream, apply it to the top, work it in. Make sure my part is still there. Brush this down. Ooh, this is a hard brush. Don't forget to pull out that curl. work that product in until you don't see any of the product. And you just want to keep brushing it until you get that ponytail height that you like. I don't like to sit it right here on my nape. I kind of like to sit it up a little bit in the middle of my head, just so I have some height. That down. It just keeps getting knotted right here, so I have to kind of like work that comb in a little bit longer than I would want to. Alright. Looking good. I'm liking how it's molding. So I'll just do one more smooth brush. So because I have all these little baby hairs from having my son, I just leave those out for right now. Get the base of my ponytail together. Grab my scrunchie. And instead of doing like multiple wraparounds, I'm just going to do 2. Alright? And then once I do that, I'm going to grab my gel, apply it to the top. I didn't work with the gel at first, but if you worked with the gel from the beginning, then you would just grab some more gel. I like to put some in my hands, warm it up, and then put it on top as my last coat. And then I just take my brush and brush it into the ponytail. And you see, with the stiff boar bristle brush, you're able to actually like smooth out the hair a lot better. So the stiffer the brush, the better for your sleek ponytail. So I just kind of work my way all the way around my head. Make sure I'm working that product in. So if you want to go ahead and define your baby hairs, you'll take the edge control of your choice, and you would just take your little toothbrush or your beauty supply brush and kind of like get those baby hairs. Woo! Look at those baby hairs. This little brush, you just kind of work that little guy down some more. I don't like to do too much baby hair, so I just do one side. And you see how that wants to like wave up on me, so I'm gonna put a little bit more gel right there. Make sure that little guy gets down. Make sure you work that product in, because we applied it to dry hair. Well, not really dry hair, but you just want to make sure you work your product in, so you won't see any of that, those white flakes. Alright, and then I look for any more little flyaways at the top, which I still see, so I go ahead and I take some more gel and I put it in my hands like so, warm it up, and then I just lightly wipe on top, so it kind of like catches all those little guys that are sticking up. Alright, once I do that, then I take my scarf tie it tight. So while that's being done, I then like to go into my ponytail, and to make it look a lot fuller and longer, I just like to pull like pull the outside of your ponytail out, kind of like towards you this way. So you see how it's making my ponytail look longer? Kind of split in half, up and out. Put down. Alright. I feel like that looks good. I like how that feels like it's nice and full and long. Alright. So with it being old day hair, or however long it's been since you shampooed, you then want to go ahead and, because I don't like to see all these little frizzy pieces, I then like to take a little bit of my water and my leave-in, mix it together, and kind of like define the area where it's a little frizzy. Now this is not something that you have to do, but if you just want to kind of hide those little frizzy pieces, make them look a little bit more moisturized, then you'll do that. Take some water with your leave-in product, or you also can take your serum of choice, apply it to your hands, and then you would twist it around your ponytail before you stretch out your ponytail. See, that kind of gave it some life. And then you will pull it down, but be careful how you're tugging, because you don't want to make your curls frizzy. Pull down, out towards you, like so, and boom, you have a nice, full, long ponytail. All right, so let this sit for a little bit. I tend to, after I take my shower, I do my hair, put my scarf on, and then I start doing whatever else I have to do for my morning routine, and then I go ahead and take off my scarf right before I'm about to walk out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this off. It's been a while, and voila, she is nice and sleek. Yes, you see how I have all that natural shine. It's nice and dry, and I have a nice length to my ponytail. It's nice and full, and this is all me. So I love how it looks. Hopefully you guys love how it looks. If you want to go ahead and add more shine to your hair, you would just take your serum, apply it to your hands, and then just wipe on top. Or you can take a spray on shine and spray it in. Whatever works best for you, that's what you would do. Now, if you notice when you did your ponytail it's not tight enough for you, you can go ahead and keep wrapping the hair around multiple times. Just remember, the tighter that you do your ponytail, the shorter your ponytail will look, okay? So that's why I only did kind of like 2 wraps, and then I let everything else be out so I can pull it apart and try to give it some more length and fullness. Also too, if your hair is still on the shorter side, or you still have a lot of shrinkage, you can go ahead and take a pick, and you can go inside and pick this out like so, as if I'm doing with my fingers. You can do your fingers, or you can do a pick, but whichever one works best for you, you can do that to help like elongate the hair or make your hair look a lot fuller. That was super simple and quick. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel if you have not, and please share and leave comments below on other tutorials you'd like to see. Until next week, guys, be safe out there. Peace.